What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, yes, it's on Electra behind us. Now, if you guys been following along, we got the truck back from the crash that I did and everything. Everything is pretty good on it. I did get the same Rancho leveling kit for it and everything like that. Just wired up the tow mirrors. Everything works on them. The puddle lights, the blinkers, the marker lights, the whole nine. Everything works amazing. But we ran into a slight dilemma, and I'm going to put it on the screen right here. So guys, as you can see from that image, we are at the tippy top end of positive camber, which we really don't want to be at. That's going to wear the outside of our tires. The thing is if I've taught you guys anything from the Jeep or lifted vehicles in general, I always prefer to push caster rather than camber. But the problem with doing that is caster won't wear your tires, camber will. And as you can see, we do have positive camber, which we really don't want. We want to be slightly negative, honestly. It'll just handle better and everything like that. But you want to favor caster because you want stability in a big vehicle like this, like a truck or a lifted Jeep or whatever. You always want more stability if you can get it. For a Ram like this with independent front suspension, you need to find a balance between your camber and caster if you're using stock arms. Now, I have stock arms on this, not stock, but stock arms. So I have the TTX uppers and the TTX lowers. The problem with the TTX arms is they're just factory replacement arms, and they don't correct any of your geometry. So the lowers are fine. I have adjustment bolts there. So we did a thing to correct this whole entire issue and get this alignment where it's got to be. Hopefully a little bit negative camber, maybe 0.2 negative camber I'd like to see, and then I would like to see as much positive caster as I can possibly do without totally screwing up the camber. So that's what we're going to attempt to do, and the way we are going to attempt to do that is we are going to swap out these upper arms right here. Now we are going to swap those out with, keep in mind, I did not go for the best of the best, guys, because I don't want polyurethane bushings on my truck. This isn't like a Woods vehicle or anything like that. I wanted something with, OEM rubber bushings. So we got the Mammoth upper control arms. These are designed for 2 to 6 inches of lift, and these are going to help us achieve what we're trying to achieve. So the ball joint is actually recessed more towards the rear of the vehicle, and by doing that, you're moving. If your strut's in center here and your knuckles here, right now we are maxing every adjustment bolt out, caster bolt that we have at the bottom, we're maxing them out. And the best we can do, like you guys saw, is at the tippy toe of camber, which we really don't want to be at. Yes, it's in green, but we don't want to be there. And we're only at like 3.7 and 3.5 caster, which I would like to see more than that, honestly. I would like to see like 4+. It'll just make drivability that much better. And the only way we're really going to achieve that, man, is these guys right here. Now, these are extremely rugged. Like, they're heavy. They're boxed. They got the rubber bushings, like I was saying. So I don't want any noises out of this truck or anything like that. I don't want maintenance in these bushings. I don't want to have to grease them, nothing like that. I want to stay like a factory type deal. But we need to correct the steering geometry. That's a 2-inch leveling kit there. And it's just too much for the stock bolts to compensate for it. So this is slightly offsetted towards the back of the truck, and in return, like I said, with the strut in the center, you have your knuckle here. In return, what you're going to do is you're going to bring that back like that. This right here is positive caster. This right here is negative caster. We don't want this, we want this, and we want less camber. And obviously you guys know what camber is. That's the wheel being tipped up or down, and you're either riding on the edge of the, or the inside edge of the tire or the outside edge of the tire. Right now, we're riding on the outside edge of the tire, and it's not good. We don't want to be like that. So we're going to get these installed. It should not take very long, and then I'm going to redo the alignment, and we should be exactly where we should be. Should be back to pretty much factory specifications, or better than factory specifications. So the way we're going to do that is there's going to be one ball joint nut right underneath there. And then you have 2 bolts at the top. I gotta cut these 2 zip ties. They're just for the ABS line, nothing big there. So we're gonna yank that right out. It's gonna come right apart because it just had all this part. So we're gonna get that off, put the new one on, and then we'll do the same thing for the other side. And we'll be ready to do the alignment again. So yeah, but you want that ball joint offsetted towards the rear because the arms actually are not marked left and right. So you want the ball joint so it's actually pushing back, not forward. If you go forward with it, honestly, I don't think the arm would fit because these are also offset, these 2 mounts. But if you do go the wrong way, you're going to wind up giving yourself a negative caster, which you definitely don't want. But I don't think you can install them the wrong way. I think they're only going to fit one way. But either way, ball joint towards the rear of the vehicle. That's what you want. So let's get these things thrown on, and then we'll bring it by my work, do the alignment again, and we'll see how much better our specs are going to be. Now, what you're going to get in the box, guys, is the left arm, the right arm, 2 zip ties. Your nuts are going to be screwed onto the ball joints already. And then if you pop these caps off like this, you'll have a Zerk fitting under there. Make sure you put grease in these before you go and drive your truck. You don't want to be rocking dry ball joints. Not good for the ball joint. So make sure you grease them up after you get them on. And always make sure you tighten your bushings with the weight of the vehicle on the ground. The ball joint you can go ahead and tighten, but anytime you have a rubber bushing, you want to do that with the weight of the vehicle on the ground. Otherwise, you're going to put the bushing in a bind, and you don't want that. It's going to prematurely wear your bushing, and it's just not going to ride as good. So I'm going to throw these on, and I will be right back. All right, guys, so I got one on. This nut right here is going to be a 19, and then your 2 18mm bolts, they are not tight yet. I got to put the wheel on, put it on the ground, then I can tighten those. I put the zip tie around our ABS line, nice and tight. It's not going to go anywhere on us. And yeah, we're going to, I already greased it too. So we're going to put the wheel on, tighten those last 2 bolts, put it up on the other side, knock out the other one, and then we're going to head to my work and do the alignment on it. But you guys can already see how much more offset. This is what I was talking about. The struts here, that's back there. So now we got more positive caster. And also too, I think this arm is slightly longer or shorter. So in return, you get, it corrects your geometry pretty much. Less positive camber, more positive caster. That's what you want. As I'm going to save you a bunch of time right now because I just went fucking nuts. Literally, I was getting pissed the fuck off. Don't grease your grease fittings with the truck jacked up or the weight of the vehicle on the suspension. It doesn't work. I was going nuts, and I'm like, why isn't the grease going in the grease fitting? What the fuck is going on? Yeah. All I did was let the weight of the suspension off, and the grease went right in the ball joint. You live and you fucking learn. I've never had that issue before, but Electra has now given me that fucking issue. So, yeah, I just wasted an hour trying to grease my upper ball joint, and yeah, all I had to do was just let the weight off the suspension. So keep that in mind. If you ever have a problem greasing grease fittings, take the weight of the vehicle off of it. It might help you out. So guys, really quick, I just want to say the preferred specs for an 08 Ram is 0.05 toe in, left and right, so a total toe of 0.10, which we're perfect on. The preferred camber is actually 0.1 on each side positive, and then the preferred caster is 3.5 on the left and 3.9 on the right. So the way that I did it was I matched the caster left to right. I didn't put the passenger more forward. It's just not what I wanted to do. I usually match them. So that's what we did. And then we have 0.2 camber left and right. That was the best I could possibly achieve without diminishing caster really badly. 0.1 ain't much. I think we'll be perfectly fine there. All right, guys, so I just finished up doing the alignment on Electra, and we winded up, the control arms made a very, very significant difference. We got 3.5 on the driver's side of caster. We got 3.4, 3.5. It's pretty much the same shit on the right side. So we're matching in the caster department. And then the camber, we're looking at 0.2 on the left, 0.2 on the right, which is perfect. That's right where we want to be. And then our toe is 0.05 for a total toe of 0.10, and the back is obviously in spec. So we are finally aligned properly. We won't wear tires out or anything like that. And yeah, all we needed was those upper control arms, which are $300 give or take, and they make a huge difference. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video on Electra, fixing the alignment and everything, getting everything back into spec. Please drop a like up on this video, drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and I will catch you guys in next week's video, Friday at 12 p.m. Any words?
Ford's better.
Ford's better. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I just don't want him to cry.
$160
Peace out, guys.
horsepower, 12
Later.
valve, get out of here with it.